In this video, let us look into what is an arithmetic progression. So, it is defined like this. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. So, it is a list of numbers. Pretty straightforward. It's a pretty simple concept. Nothing much to break your head about. It's just, a progression, or it's a sequence. It's a sequence of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term, except the first term. So the first term is something that you need to choose. Say, for example, I've got the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So this is called as natural numbers, right? So now, are natural numbers in arithmetic progression? Are they a list of numbers that abides by the rule of arithmetic progression? If you see, so if the first term is 1, the second term, it is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. The preceding term is nothing but the previous term. So the second term, that is obtained by adding 1 to the preceding term, that is 1. And then 3 is obtained by adding 1 to 2. 4 is obtained by adding 1 to 3. 5 is obtained by adding 1 to 4, and so on. Another example can be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. These are what? The list of even numbers. So again, these are definitely arithmetic progression, because if you see the first number, that is 0, and then all the succeeding numbers, are obtained in such a way that you add a constant number to the preceding number. You add 2 to every number, you get the next number. So that, is the same. So this is again an arithmetic progression. Now say another example. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and so on. These are odd numbers, right? Now again, they are an arithmetic progression. If you read this statement, or if you understand, you can see that all these three fit to these, They all make sense with respect to this one. It says each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. First term is something that you choose, and then you add the same number to every term, you get the next number. So these kind of numbers are definitely an arithmetic progression. So now, there are some symbols, some symbols that are used in arithmetic progression, like the first term of the series, the first term of the arithmetic series, the first term of the arithmetic progression here, the first term of the arithmetic sequence, or whatever that is. The first term is denoted by A, always. It's A. So the first term is denoted by A. That difference between the two numbers, the two successive numbers, or the constant number that is added to every number, that is called as D. Let me show it like this. The difference between this is called as D. So in this case, A is equal to 1 and D equals also 1, because the common difference, the D is also called as common difference of the arithmetic progression. The difference between all these numbers is 1. So that is what is called as D. It's the constant for a given arithmetic progression. In this case, if you see, A is 0 and D is 2, because the difference between the successive numbers is 2. So that makes it an arithmetic progression. This has to be constant in an arithmetic progression. And in this case, if you see, A is equal to 1 and D is again 2, the common difference, the constant between the two numbers, is exactly 2. So these are the two most important symbols used to denote the first term and the common difference of the arithmetic progression, A and D. And another thing is, say for example, this is the arithmetic progression. This is the first term, that is A. So you write it as A, just A, or A1, also the same. The second term is A2. The third term is A3. The fourth term is A4. The fifth term is A5. The sixth term is A6, and so on. The next term will definitely be A6 plus 1, so 7. So any term, the nth term, let it be 9th or the 10th or the 28th, whatever term, you don't know what term is it, then that will be called as the nth term, A nth term. So that's what it is. This is the A first term, or A is simply called the first term, or A1, it's all the same. Then A2, A3, A4, and so on, and the last number is going to be AN. You don't know where this is going to end. This is actually infinite. So say for example, you want to end somewhere. So that number will be called as the nth term, an. So that's what it is. So this concludes this video, which talks about what is an arithmetic progression. Basically, this is an introduction video to the arithmetic progression, introducing to this kind of a progression. This is an introduction to the arithmetic progression, which tells you about the first term. What is it called? It's called a, and then the common difference between the numbers of an arithmetic progression, which is d. That is a constant, so that's the main thing. So yeah, another thing that I'd like to add here is, if you've got the first term and say you want to find the fourth term, say a4. a4 will definitely be equal to a3 plus d. So as long as you know the common difference and a number of the arithmetic progression, you can definitely, complete the entire progression, entire list of numbers that, makes that particular arithmetic progression. Say in this case, you want to know, this is a6, right? In this case, a7 will be what? a7 will be a6 plus d. So a6 is 6, so it will be 7. So the seventh term will be 7. In this case, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The seventh term will be what? The a7 will be equal to 1, 2, 3. So a6 plus d. So the a6 is 10 and the difference is 2. The next term will be 12 and so on. So that's how you find out the arithmetic progression. So yeah, so this concludes this video. I'll see you in the forthcoming videos with problems based on, in fact, fundamental and basic problems based on arithmetic progression.